So, can you tell us now what are the activities that you do through the Gramaantara Trust?
Gramaantara Trust began 17 years ago in one village in Shillagatta Taluk of Chikbadapur district. There's a lot of depth and richness in the kind of work we do here because while we are there in multiple domains, all of it is here and therefore all of it enriches our work and the kind of contribution and impact that we are able to make in this district. There are certain co-curricular programs that we have been doing over the years as per the need on the ground. The very first, the oldest with our partner CMSK is the active citizenship program that we have been doing in government schools. Part of that is also the Makkal Gram Sabhas, which I've also talked about. Then there is personal safety for children, a set of life skills to protect, to enable children to protect themselves in situations of physical, emotional, or sexual abuse. And there is a lot of this that happens in this district because socially and educationally, we're still pretty backward here. There are any number of POXO cases, a high number of POXO cases, some of the taluks. These are issues that are swept under the carpet that there's barely any awareness. So therefore, this is an area we thought was critical. Along with it, more recently, we began on life skills for teachers, for the pedagogy. We do not focus on the syllabus or the content, but rather on what the teachers need for helping them meet the challenges they have in their task. Because for government school teachers, it can be very burdensome and with the kind of duties that are heaped upon them, apart from strictly only the teaching, which they should be doing and focusing upon. So therefore, we try our best to enable teachers with life skills. And that is why also the focus on infrastructure for government schools, because often we see teachers just struggling with providing water supply or struggling with the fact that there's no toilet or procuring supplies for the midday meal cooking. A lot of time, or just sending data, endless amounts of data to the state and central government on all kinds of things. So teachers are struggling with this and not focusing on teaching. So often because of this kind of a work environment, government school teachers tend to be a very demotivated lot. And therefore, we are trying to enable them with all of this support in the challenges that they face. Apart from the schools, we focus on higher education aid, scholarships for rural children. Began with the Muttur school, children part of passing out of the Muttur high school who want to study PU or ITI, diploma, degree, post-graduation, any of these. We have been providing scholarships for almost 100 children now, up to a range of 6 to 7 lakhs per year. The important element we have added more recently to this is the compulsory internships that these children have to do in order to avail of continuing scholarships in the coming years. They need to spend an X number of hours in any of our projects on the ground. It could be helping out, starting a kitchen garden in a government school, teaching children, smaller children in your local village, or running the social security identity scheme, helping out people who are aged, widows, or disabled with their ID documents and with their enrollment in various social security projects of the government. So it could be, we offer a number of options to youth to work on, and they can volunteer any number of hours in a week or in a month as per their schedule and convenience. And the idea is to get the young involved in giving back to the community, in being able to contribute to their own village environment or ecosystem in a way that is in tandem with their working hours, with their college, with their education, or with their work life later. The problem is that in India, we have a very low amount of volunteering that happens. Typically, the idea of charity is of giving blankets to the poor, feeding in an orphanage on certain days of the year, or giving to temples. Frankly, our country needs a lot more. Much more is needed, given our conditions. And therefore, it is necessary to initiate youth into understanding how easy it is to do some volunteering and make a difference to somebody's life, even as you focus on your own life, on your own career as well. it's easy to do it alongside. A person doesn't need to dedicate their whole life to social service. A few hours a week, a month, whatever time you can give and make a difference is all it takes. So along with this, we also have, like I said, our women's livelihood program, which is at a good place now. It's one of our oldest programs. We began in 2012. We have seen a lot of ups and downs through this time and almost shut shop at one time. But I'm happy to say that today we are at an interesting phase and we have to be resource persons. And we are working on multiple products and we train women in tailoring and provide them job work. The job work could be with us, creating our own internal set of products, which could be bags, table runners, tambourine chilas for weddings, conference bags, tote bags, the works, even bedspreads, table mat sets, cushion covers, home decor, a lot of these. And I'm happy to say that we have good finished products thanks to the excellent quality and rigorous training our resource people provide to the women. And we also invite entrepreneurs in the city to give job work to the women, where they bring in the raw materials and they sell their products. The product is theirs, but they train our women and teach them how to make the product. That works very well. Basically, we are trying to provide a mixed bag of a basket of different kinds of income for the women so that they're not dependent on one stream of income alone. And as I said before, our cause for the environment runs through all our projects. So that could be anything from afforestation with small farmers, which we do with our partner Reforest India, or it could be using upcycled fabric. We get a lot of donated fabric, unused tailoring waste that is upcycled into various products in our tailoring projects. It could also be simple things like creating no trash events. When we have, for example, a donor volunteer painting event where a donor company's employees come to paint, do art painting in a school for one day. So, for example, if a set of volunteers is coming to paint the school, we have the meals that are provided, the food and drink that is given to them by the school. We ensure that food, of course, in rural areas, you can serve in gele, banana leaves, and the majjige or the juice or the water that is given, coffee, tea. We ensure that we buy in the event budget a set of reusable glasses, reusable steel, tea and coffee, and reusable good quality plastic for majjige or juice, so that no disposable paper cups and plastic glasses are consumed and thrown during such events. So that's why that focus on environment runs through all our projects.